Gusto mo bang kumita from real estate pero wala kang malaking puhunan para magparenta from condominium, magtayo ng mall or ng offices or ng commercial building? Yan yung reason kung bakit maraming beginner investors yung naa-attract sa REITs. Kasi parang real estate investing talaga siya. Pero mas affordable na version. May dividends pa siyang kasama at passive income din siya. Just like when you do your rental business. Pero ito yung tanong, kung simple siya, kung ganun siya kasimple, bakit marami pa ring beginner investors yung nalulugi kapag nag-invest sila sa REITs? Okay, in this video, pag-uusapan natin ano yung REITs, what they are. I will show you how to invest in REITs in the Philippines, step by step, where to research them, how to buy through a stockbroker like Dragonfly, and more importantly, what to check before you buy your REITs. Hi, I'm Christina and I've been investing in the Philippine stock market. At dati, nung nag-start ako, I was also trying to figure out things on my own. Kaya alam ko yung feeling na ang dami mong gustong matutunan, pero hindi mo alam kung anong uunahin. Alam ko yung feeling na tumingin ka ng charts, tumingin ka ng stocks, tumingin ka dun sa stockbroker app mo, thinking na, okay, anong gagawin ko dito? And over time, I learned that the stock market doesn't have to be as complicated as it looks like or as people make it sound. Kaya now, I help busy working Filipinos learn how to invest and trade in the Philippine stock market sa paraan na simple at hindi komplikado dahil naniniwala ako na yung simple gumagana. At sa channel na to, we keep investing simple. Pero simple, it doesn't mean na careless tayo at lalo na pagdating sa REITs. Kasi maraming beginners maririnig nila na yung REITs nagbibigay ng dividends, passive income siya, real estate siya, and syempre, excited tayo na mag-invest doon. REIT means Real Estate Investment Trust. In simple terms, kung wala ka masyadong pera to invest in real estate, you can pool your money together with other investors and give it to the REIT company. The REIT company, siya na yung nagmay-ari at nagmamanage ng mga income-generating real estate assets tulad ng offices, hotels, and malls at iba pa. All these products hopefully ay kumikita ng pera. So instead na ikaw yung bibila ng buong building, shares ng REIT company ang bibilhin mo through the stock market. According to the Philippine Stock Exchange website, REITs allow investors to access income-generating real estate and receive returns in the form of dividends. The Philippine Stock Exchange website also says that the benefit of REITs is that investors can participate in the Philippine real estate without large capital outlay usually needed to buy property directly. REITs are required to pay 90% of their distributable income back to investors as form of dividends. Pero important to remember, REITs are still stocks. So you can buy and sell them through the stock market. So yes, may dividends, pero take note that gumagalaw din yung price. Nakagawa na rin ako ng video about REITs dati. So if you have not watched it, you can go ahead and check that out here. Pero timing din talagang pag-usapan nito dahil mas dumadali na yung access or yung entry point when you want to invest in the Philippine stock market. According to the Philippine Stock Exchange website, stock market accounts in the Philippines reached 2.86 million in 2024. That's up 50.1% from 2023. Online accounts also grew 62% or 2.47 million, and 98.9% of those accounts are retail investors. That's you and me. Ibig sabihin, mas marami ng ordinaryong Pilipino like you and me that could enter or start investing in the Philippine stock market. Mas madaling mag-open ng account, mas mabilis bumili, at mas marami ng mobile app. Pero habang mas bumibilis yung entry point, mas importante na tanungin mo if you're a beginner investor na naiintindihan ko ba kung bakit ko binibili itong REITs na to. Because access is not the same as understanding. REITs are attractive because they feel familiar. Real estate kasi. And for many Filipinos, real estate could sound safe. Mas gets natin yung property, yung rental income, yung paupahan na term, di ba? Mas familiar tayo doon. Thinking about it now, as I'm shooting this video, no, na oo nga, no, pag, at least sa panahon namin, no, na pag sinabing mag-business, parang ang pinaka mukhang okay ay paupahan. Yung marami kang pinto na paupahan. Parang ganon yung concept na familiar for us in our generation, I think. Parang mas madali siyang intindihin compared sa, if you talk about stocks or the stock market, when you talk about analysis, when you talk about charts or technical analysis, ganyan. And this is where familiarity bias
can happen. Minsan pumapasok tayo sa isang investment, hindi dahil mas naiintindihan natin siya ng fully, pero dahil familiar yung category. And for this example, real estate is familiar. Pero owning a REIT share, it's not the same as owning a condo or an apartment or a building. Sabi nga ni Peter Lynch, tama yung pronunciation ko, no? But in his book, One Up on Wall Street, he said, know what you own and know why you own it. Sa REITs kasi hindi enough na sabihan natin na real estate lang yan. Or Ayala Land yan, Mega World yan, Robinsons naman yan. Or mataas yung dividend yield niya. Kailangan alam natin what assets does the REIT own, saan nanggagaling yung income niya, and essentially bakit mo siya binibili.
Sa REITs, may dalawang paraan kung paano ka pwedeng kumita ng pera. It's through capital gains and dividends. Doon sa dividends na mention ko kanina na they are required to pay shareholders every quarter ng 90% of their distributable income at mababayaran ka nun in the form of dividends. Yung capital gain naman ay ganito. Kunyari, bumili ka ng stock at a lower price and then you will sell it at a higher price.
According to the Philippine Stock Exchange website, REITs are required to distribute at least 90% of their distributable income annually as dividends. Pero take note na even if nagbibigay sila ng quarterly dividends to their investor and just because it's required by law na gawin nila yon, it doesn't mean na consistent yung amount and guaranteed yung fixed income. Just at least the concept na nakaka-receive ng dividends every quarter. But take note of those risks then. The Philippine Stock Exchange website also says that distributable income may vary from year to year depending on the rental income, the occupancy rate, and the operating cost of the REIT. REITs may give regular dividends but they are not guaranteed. REITs are required to give out dividends pero hindi siya guaranteed na same amount every year or every quarter. Pwedeng tumaas, which is good for us. Pwede din siyang mag-decline.
Few websites where you can check or where you can review each REIT before you buy it. So, etong nakikita nyo sa screen ngayon ay PSE Edge. So, the website is edge.pse.com.ph and then you can just select or search for the REIT here. And makakakita ka dito ng iba't ibang information about the company, directors, financial reports, company disclosures, at yung syempre ang pinakagusto nating makita ay dividends. Another website where you can go ay dun sa mismong page ng REIT. And then you can go or search for example, this is a REIT. You can go to their homepage here. At sa homepage na yan, may summary na on what's happening with the REIT. But more importantly, you can go to investor relations and here you can get information of their stockholder meeting, mga dividend rates, and everything that you need to know about them also. And then last, if you have a broker, personally, I'm using Dragonfly. You can just search the stock here and it will give you the technicals of the stock here. Pag scroll mo naman sa medyo baba, it would give you financial data. Same then with the Edge, no? You have the profile of the company, dividend history, financials of the company, and sa baba, balik ko lang doon sa overview, sa baba, you would also be able to see news about the REIT na pinag-aaralan mo. So, ito yung tatlong website na ma-share ko sa iyo where you can study further if you want to learn more about the REITs before buying it.
Now, once you understand what you're buying and selling and why are you buying it and selling it, at gusto mo ng pag-aralan or bilhin siya through the stockbroker, this is how I do it using Dragonfly's mobile app. So, according to the Dragonfly's pricing page, stocks and REITs have 0.25% commission of trade value with standard PSE, SCCP, and taxes applying. Dragonfly also says users can open an account for as low as 1,000 pesos. Pansinin mo yung
pagbili, medyo madali lang, no? Medyo standard lang siya. You search the ticker symbol, you enter your order, you confirm your order, but the real work happens before the stockbroker app, diba? Yung ginawa natin kanina na research. The process of buying, of entering the order is simple, is easy. The process of deciding is where most beginners need help. REITs can trigger what I call a dividend trap. Kasi kapag beginner tayo, ang daling ma-attract sa dividend yield na mataas. Makakita ka ng 8%, 9%, 10% na parang ang sarap pakinggan. Pero kung yield lang kasi yung titingnan mo, baka hindi mo napapansin na bakit nga ba mataas yung yield. Let me explain this ng simple lang, no? Kasi yung high yield, it can mean na maganda yung dividends. Pero with the computation, high yield can also mean na bumagsak kasi yung presyo ng stock. According to Morgan Housel, according to Morgan Housel ng The Psychology of Money, his big idea is that investing success is not just about what you know, it's also about how you behave. Sa REITs, behavior matters. Kapag pula yung REITs or negative or bagsak, pero may dividends ka, kaya mo pa bang i-hold? Yung common na naririnig ko, kumita ka nga sa dividends pero bagsak naman yung presyo ng REIT na binili mo. So overall, your investment portfolio is still negative. Also, when we talk about behavior, kapag bumababa yung dividends, naiintindihan mo ba kung bakit? Or kapag may ibang REITs kang makita na mas mataas yung yield, lilipat ka na ba agad? And that makes me think about what Benjamin Graham wrote in his book, The Intelligent Investor. Sabi niya that the investor's chief problem and even his worst enemy is himself. So, minsan hindi REITs yung problema. Minsan hindi occupancy rate ng REITs yung problema or kung sino yung may-ari ng REIT company. Minsan yung way natin, how we decide. We probably chase the yield, we chase the capital gain, we ignore the risk, and then we panic kapag bumababa yung presyo ng stock or ng REIT. And if you reach this part of the video, medyo marami na ako nasabi, no? Would you comment dividend trap? So I know na nakarating ka dito sa point ng video na to. Let's do a little bit of parang fast talk. It's beginner it's beginner myths to bust. Ayan, the portion of the video ng beginners myths to bust. Myth number 1, REITs are safe kasi real estate, and ang reality, REITs are listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange katulad ng stocks. Prices can go up and down. Myth number 2, REITs are guaranteed passive income. And the reality, REITs distribute their income through dividends, but their distributable income may change. Myth number 3, highest yield is the best. And the reality, high yield can be attractive and also risky. Always check why the yield is high. Myth number 4, REIT replaced buying property. Ang reality, different instruments, different investment vehicles for different goals and different purposes. REITs are easier to enter, more liquid than property, but you do not own or control the property. And last, myth number 5, once I buy the REIT, wala na akong gagawin, passive income na siya. And the reality is, you still need to monitor the dividends, you still have to treat it like a stock if you're investing in the stock market. Check the interest rates or the business changes. REITs can be passive in a sense na hindi ikaw yung maghahanap ng tenant or mag-aayos ng mga sira doon sa property. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na passive dapat yung understanding mo. Ito, passive income still needs active understanding. Diba? Passive income needs active understanding. Ayan, tandaan mo yan. Now, let me give you a simple practical framework or questions no, that you can follow when you're selecting REITs kung saan ka mag-i-invest. Una, answer the question, why do you want this REIT? Bakit mo gustong mag-invest dito? Bakit gusto mo maging part or maging shareholder ng REIT na ito? Next, is this solely for dividend income? Or may iba ka ng investment or you want a diversification? Or you want an exposure to real estate? Tapos, iba't ibang klase yung REIT. So, you can ask yourself na anong klase ng REIT ba yung binibili ko. Then, you can research on paano nag-generate ng income yung REIT. Next question is the dividend sustainable? You can also check the track record of the dividend. Is it increasing or decreasing or stable? And then, you get to ask better questions. You get to research more on why, diba? Next question, and this is important. Am I okay if the price drops? So for example, binili mo siya ng 30 pesos per share, tapos bumagsak siya ng 27 or 26 pesos per share. Are you okay with that? And I think yung mag-answer kung are you okay with that is based on what you have previously researched on why are you really buying this REIT. Next is, once you receive the dividends, will you reinvest that or would you withdraw that dividend and buy other investments, or you want to enjoy naman the benefits of the dividends and, you know, gastusin mo o pwede naman yon. So make sure that that is planned out also. Next, what is important is yung mabilis kasi bumili, di ba? Yung pagbenta. What would make you sell or what would make you review your original investing plan? If hindi mo pa masagot or you're kind of confused dun sa mga questions na nilayout ko, you can check out my previous video. I talked about that, how to build your simple investing plan. So that sums up our video about REIT investing. I also created other REIT videos. You can go ahead and check that out. Meron akong playlist ng REITs. Lagay ko na lang somewhere here dito sa screen that you can click on and watch after this video. And just to end, REITs is one of the most simple ways to get yourself involved to real estate. And it's through the stock market. Pero simple, it doesn't mean nga na automatic or guaranteed yung returns. Also, simple does not mean na it's risk-free. May risk pa rin siya na involved. So, ang goal natin when we invest in REITs is not just about the dividends, but also the goal is why you're buying, what you are expecting, and what are you going to do when things change. Because in investing, hindi sapat yung passive income. Kailangan natin ng active understanding. Oh, bago yon, bagong kasabihan. Kasabihan! So, bago yon, hindi lang passive income, pero active understanding. Dahil naniniwala ako na yung simple, gumagana. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. God bless po!